Welcome to Lausanne. We are backstage here, as you can see, at the Théâtre de Beaulieu of the 43rd Prix de Lausanne. I'm sure many of the viewers have been watching the live streaming today, showing the selections, which were broadcast between 10 a.m. and 5 p.m. And we had the chance today to see all 67 candidates dance both their classical and contemporary variations. The room is now quiet. The candidates are taking off their makeup, getting out of their costumes, and at 6:30 we will be announcing live who are the 20 selected finalists that will be dancing tomorrow. As you can see, the room is still very quiet, and for all of the candidates who are selected, they will then continue and dance tomorrow, and the finals begin at 3 p.m. Central European Time, and they are also broadcast live, so you can watch. And this year, in the interlude performance, we have the Jedi Parker Young Artist Program from the Queensland Ballet. We'll have an interview later with Lee Shwung Singh, the artistic director. They're actually on stage now rehearsing. And for the candidates who are not selected to go into the finals tomorrow, we have the Network Forum. This is the 11th edition, where up until now, 185 of our candidates have received offers in our partner companies and schools. So even when the announcement comes, of course, some candidates are upset. They're not in the finals, but this is not the most important part. This is really about the learning experience, and many offers are made through the networking, which takes place tomorrow.
Give it your all and enjoy every single moment, because it's precious, and this is such a precious time. As a dancer, it's one of the best times, so just eat it all up and love every moment.
Just enjoy this beautiful experience, be yourself at the best today, and put the light on.
Just remember that ballet is an art form, and you need to express yourself through the movement. And when you come to the Prix, don't expect to win. Everybody is a winner, really, in the fact that it's a very productive week. And don't lose the fact that if you're doing ballet, you love it. Just show us that you love doing what you do.
I wish you all the best. You're embarking on a marvellous career, and this week is about you as a person, it's about you on stage, and it's about enjoyment. The audience doesn't want to judge you. We want to enjoy what you do, so just love it. Good luck.
I think you worked very hard for this competition, evidently. But my advice is keep working even harder through your entire career, because that's one of the most important things.
My advice is not to think that you are competing, but give me a good performance. Think it's a performance and enjoy every moment you get to spend on stage.
For some people it will be maybe a nightmare, because you have the dark and the black and the white side of the whole thing, but I think it's a great experience, and I wish you all good luck. Not for this week, but also for the future.
You are all beautiful dancers. I wish you, with all my heart, the most incredible week that you possibly can have. Take every opportunity to listen to every piece of advice, whether it be good or bad. It will bring you further in your life and in your career. And as a judge, I want to thank each and every one of you for giving me the pleasure of seeing you dance. All the very best.
And if you're just joining us, we're backstage at the Théâtre de Beaulieu, where in 26 minutes the results for the finals will be announced. And that was a message from some of our jury members, former prize winners, who are here to wish everyone best of luck, not only for the Prix, but for their careers. And having also myself just been able to watch all of the selections today, it's an incredibly talented group of young people. It's a pleasure to watch and see them all. For those just joining, we're here at the live streaming sponsored by Harlequin. You can even see the Harlequin dance floor that's backstage for the candidates to warm up on. We're now going to go to a short resume of what happened yesterday at the Prix de Lausanne. As you can see, it's been a very full and busy week, combining all of the coaching, the classes, the performances. And we're now backstage live at the Théâtre de Beaulieu, where people are beginning to arrive, where this is the room where the announcement will take place for the finals. We're now going to show you a clip of the dancers, how their day so far today has begun. Many of them came in very early and warming up and prepared. And we're going to show you a little peek into what was going on here this morning.
So I just finished my contemporary and my classical, and I feel like they went well, and I feel happy, and I'm relieved that the selections are over now for me, and I can't wait to see what happens next.
I'm not nervous yet, but I think it will come. But I think that's a good feeling. You really need to be nervous, but I'm excited.
Eu estou me sentindo muito bem, acho que foi bem legal. E agora é o solo contemporâneo.
Là, je vais avoir un cours de classique. Et après, je vais passer sur scène mes 2 variations. Je suis un peu excitée.
Alors, je viens de faire ma variation classique et puis maintenant je me prépare pour la contemporaine. Et le classique, c'est plutôt bien passé, j'ai trouvé, et puis on verra comment ça se passe.
I'm very pleased with how I performed my 2 variations. Yeah, it was so much fun. I really enjoyed myself.
And that was a candidate chance to hear some of the candidates direct how their performances went. And I have to say, as a whole, it's amazing to see the week at the beginning. None of the candidates know each other. A lot of them are nervous or scared. They've had a long travel. And now by this point in the week, they've really become a group of friends, and they're supporting each other and helping each other out. It's quite something. We're backstage. As you can see, people are beginning to arrive. This is where the results will be announced in about 20 minutes for the finals and for the networking forum for tomorrow. If you're just joining us, we're live backstage at the Théâtre de Beaulieu, and we are now going to show you an excerpt of the 3rd daily dance dialogue, which took place yesterday in the foyer. And I had a chance to talk with Lisa Marie Cullum and Chi Kao, 2 former prize winners who are on this year's jury.
We were doing Nutcracker, and we did Snowflakes, which we were all involved in, and then everybody came upstairs and everybody was changing for Flowers of the Waltz, and I was very confident that I was not doing Flowers of the Waltz that evening. So everybody was in a panic, changing hair and flowers, and I was very leisurely, sort of makeup off, and and everybody's looking at me thinking, doesn't she have, no, it's not me. I was so convinced. They all ran off to the stage and I went to the shower. And when I came out, half the theatre was, running around looking for me. And I was still, Lisa, you're supposed to be, the second act had already started, and I was with my hair in a towel, and and by the time I realized that they weren't joking, the second act was well started. The divertissements were already playing. I don't think I've ever got dressed or a state of dress so quickly in my life. That my hair was wet, so there was no styling. It was just, a bun and flowers, like a stuck red lipstick, shoes on. And I literally, at the end of the last divertissement, in the applause, walked onto the stage, sat down, and then the music started. Everybody stood up, and we did. And I spent the whole dance just cringing, because of course every partner that I went to was like, it was nice of you to join us, Lisa. And I was like, oh God, I'll never hear the end of it.
That was a short excerpt from the daily dance dialogue from yesterday with Lisa Marie Collum and Chi Cal. And it's great that they take an hour of their time during their full week, and the candidates and the public has the chance to meet them and hear some of the highlights of their careers, or, as you just heard, a funny story which happens to everybody. We're here live backstage at the Théâtre Beaulieu, and the candidates are beginning to gather in the room. The results will be announced in about 17 minutes. Backstage here at the Théâtre de Beaulieu, we're now going to pass to an interview with one of our candidates. This is the candidate number 102, Bianca Scudamore, who is 15 years old, from Australia.
The first time on the raked stage was quite daunting because the stage is so big and it's, it was all dark out in the auditorium, but then I got used to it and I really enjoyed myself out there. So I've had such an amazing experience throughout this week. I've learnt so many new things from lots of different teachers and lots of different little tips and things that I didn't know before. So.
Returning here backstage to Beaulieu. As you just heard from Bianca Scudamore, we have a rake stage here in Lausanne, and since about 8 years now, we're able to put the same rake in one of the studios, so the candidates have 2 opportunities to adjust and get used to dancing on the rake. And we're going to now present an article about the rake floor.
Don't think about it. And if you have something technically difficult, go on stage and practice your turns or figure it out what helps, but don't panic, I really think being on stage is a miracle too, sometimes you're worried about something and it turns out to be fine, Enjoy it. That's all.
Don't fight it. Just use it for your own benefit. The rake is very good for jumping because coming down, it gives you a much better, it gives you an easier way to jump. Pirouette, you've got to adjust to it. But same thing, you know, at the end of the day, just forget about it. You know, you've got to deal with it.
Use your tummy muscles. Your weight will adjust, so you have to just be really aware of your body and your technique and understand that, you know, with those slight differences, your body will change and can change if your perception is correct.
You have to change completely your balance, your look has to go higher, your arms have to go also higher, so it's a process. Thanks God that you're here for a few days and you can try, because if they would throw you like that on the stage in the last moment, it would be a hard time, you know.
A rake stage is very disorienting, and I think that, again, one doesn't want to necessarily get caught up in only the technical kind of athletic gymnastic kind of rules and etiquette of ballet, but look at it as an overall performance and something that you just go out there and do your best.
All these little new things that you have to, that's your career as a dancer too. It's like, okay, you always have to adapt to a new environment and you just have to get on with it and do it. You're a performer, you're an entertainer, and I think there's often a side to a dancer which is like, yeah, bring it on, bring on the next challenge, let's see how I can cope with it.
Try your best. Of course, you're not going to feel the most comfortable, some of you. Some of you maybe yes, the ones that work a little bit more back will be happy to be on the rake, but in general it's going to be a little bit hard to do your variations on the rake. But just don't think about that.
I find it a beautiful experience to get on a kind of stage like this, because you feel tall, you feel that you have a place for yourself. So this is, they shouldn't be afraid of that.
Thank you to everybody for your advice on dancing on a rake stage. We're live here behind the stage at the Théâtre de Beaulieu, where in about 12 minutes we'll be announcing the results for the finals. You just saw a short clip of Stephanie Arndt, who for 3 or 4 years now has been teaching all of the ballet classes for the female competitors. She herself was a prize winner in the Prix de Lausanne and had a very illustrious career in the Hamburg Ballet and many years with William Forsythe. And we're very honored to have her with us. And we're now going to have an interview with Stephanie Arndt.
We have a little surprise for you because we digged out some images from our archive. Would you want to watch?
Sure. Okay. It's really surreal, actually. Well, thank God. I hope I improved after that. Oh. It's amazing actually. It's many years ago, yeah.
You're happy to see those images again?
Yeah. And when I was watching it, I remember on what I worked particular on with my teacher Truman Finney, because he was very particular about musicality, and it was a lot about that, you know, and épaulement also, yeah. And I realized that I'm still looking or put a lot of priority on that when I'm teaching now. So it sticks with me somehow from before, yeah.
And would you like to watch your free variation?
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
So, if you could go back in time, what advice would you give to yourself?
I would have 1,000 corrections, of course. You know, I know so much more when at that age, of course. Yeah. I think I just enjoyed the moment, like I could go for a long time to have advices, so let's not start.
Welcome backstage. We are live at the 43rd Prix de Lausanne, and you are having a view backstage where in about 6 minutes the announcement will take place for the finals. As you can see, most of the candidates and their support teams are now here, and we're going to go to a short presentation of the network forum, which will take place tomorrow.
On Friday, after the selections, this is the day when all of the candidates perform on stage all of their classical and contemporary variations. The results are announced, and the 20 finalists for Saturday are told who will go through. It's a very emotional moment. Some people are, of course, really happy and some people are disappointed, but that's how it is. But they should not be too disappointed, because after they recover from hearing the news, we separate them into the groups of the finalist and the non-finalist. They're taken into two different areas of the theater and they're briefed about what will happen the next day. The finalists are told how the day will run, and the non-finalists, we explain to them how the networking forum works.
I think it's a fantastic idea for teachers, parents, candidates to be seen and to talk to potential offers of whether it's a ballet institution, a full-time school, some dream offers that some of these dancers have really dreamt about going to, these big schools overseas, and just to get some feedback for where the dancers are at this time in their young lives.
When they get to Lausanne, not only do they dance and do what they know best, but we also expose them to advice, to coaching, and to interesting encounters for them. That allows them, for those who are not finalists and not laureates, sometimes even to find positions as scholars or students in some of our 62 partner schools or partner companies. And for that, the Prix de Lausanne, again, is very unique and was a pioneer in developing that networking forum.
The Prix de Lausanne is proactive in basically connecting people with other institutions, whether they be other schools, whether they be perhaps professional companies and so on and so forth, because everybody with art, is going to see something different and subjective. So you never know, and the fact that the Prix de Lausanne has many different events and things happening that connect people, networking, so on and so forth, I think that's a great thing.
I mean, the networking forum is wonderful because there is partner companies, schools that are partnered from the Prix de Lausanne, and I think it's a wonderful way of sharing information from many different parts of the world, somehow giving your point of view about what is dance or what is what can we do to improve it, what can we do to be an active part on it, not only in our little worlds, in our little cities where we are doing our job, but somehow connecting with each other. And I think it's an incredible experience. I'm always trying to come because I learn a lot every time I come.
At the end of the day, of course the prizes are important, but the most important thing for your career is that you find your path. And I think that networking forum allows for that. It allows people to meet the right people for them.
You get to see a lot. You get to a lot of informations and a great opportunity. Be wise and use that opportunity because it can't get better. I mean, it's really, everybody is here.
Welcome to the Prix de Lausanne. For those just joining, this is the live streaming brought to you by Harlequin Dance Floors. We are backstage where, as you can see, all of the candidates and their teams have now gathered, where in about 2 or 3 minutes, Amanda Bennett, the artistic director, will be announcing the results for the finals, which take place tomorrow. Once the results for the finals are announced by Amanda Bennett, the finalists will receive a briefing on how the day will be organized for tomorrow, and the non-finalists will receive a briefing on how the networking forum is structured. The non-finalists have the chance tomorrow to do ballet class before all of our partner company and school directors, where in the past 11 seasons, 185 candidates have received offers from partner companies and schools. we're just waiting for Amanda Bennett to arrive and announce the results of the finals. Apparently the jury has deliberated and then marks are in and the finals will be shortly announced. As you can see, it's amazing to see the candidates that at the beginning of the week didn't know any of the other candidates, and now they're really become like a group of friends and supporting one another and gotten to know students from all over the world.
I know everybody's very anxious for the results. But before we post the results up here, I would first just like to say to all of the candidates a huge congratulations, because I and everyone else here thinks that you've done a fantastic job this week, and it was a huge pleasure to watch all of you. Bravo. Before we post the numbers, I need to explain to you where you need to go after so that you know exactly what you need to do tomorrow. The finalists, the 20 numbers listed on the board, need to come here where I'm standing with Nicola Visuti, and we're going to go downstairs to Studio 2 so I can explain the schedule to you for tomorrow, okay? All of the non-finalists need to stay here, and Emily, who is in the back there, has also a briefing for you so that you'll know what to do tomorrow, where to go, the networking forum, etc., etc. Okay? So, again, congratulations to all of you. I think you're all fabulous, and you're all going to have great careers no matter what goes up there on that board, so don't worry about it. Okay.
That was Amanda Bennett, the artistic director, congratulating all, and the results will now be posted on the screen. Here they are. As you've just seen this year, there are no set criteria about a certain number of men or women or the two groups, but we have an even split with 10 finalists from each group. We have 9 women, 11 men, and the finalists are number 102, Bianca Scudamore, number 105, Sierra Armstrong, 106, Seon Mi Park, 107, Amber Ray, 108, Rebecca Ginskop, 301, Rina Kanihara, 302, Jisoo Park, 306, Luz Bishtik, 320, Gaeyong Lee, 202, Brett Copa, 203, Austin Acevedo, 204, Harrison Lee, 205, Navrin Turnbull, 210, Jared Curley, 401, Miguel Pinheiro, 402, Julian McKay, 406, Jack Thomas, 409, Mitsuru Ito, 416, Hayame Shogo, 419, Lorenz Garcia Sievert. And now you can see live the candidates here being congratulated by the other candidates, as Amanda is going to inform them how the day will be organized tomorrow.
I just wanted to say a big thank you to everyone who has supported me on my way here, especially to my parents. but also to my teachers and my coaches and to my school who came here today. Thank you guys for coming, and I was really happy to dance for you. Thank you so much.
All the finalists.
That was our candidate Lou Spichtig from Zurich, who's going into the finals tomorrow from the Zurich Dance Academy. As you can see, Amanda's gathering up all of the finalists.
Being a finalist at Prix de Lausanne, I want to say thank you to all of my teachers in Russia, которые мне помогали через все пройти. Спасибо огромное, and thank you to all the people in the US that are supporting me.
Thank you.
And that was Julian McKay, candidate 402, a young American who is training at the Bolshoi in Russia.
We're still missing 5 finalists. Can you please all come up here? You can have your picture taken after. Okay, finalists.
I'm very excited to be selected to be a finalist for the Prix de Lausanne. I'm very shocked, but yeah, it's a huge privilege, and yeah, I miss you all at home. Bye. Is it?
Thank you.
And that was Bianca Scudamore from Australia, who was one of the finalists.
Okay, we need one translator of each language of the finalists to go down with them. The other translator stays here for the other one.
This is Emily Chavaillez, our production manager, and she's coordinating the translators as everything is simultaneously translated, and we have 15 languages this year.
밑에서 기다릴게.
왜 밑에서 기다려? 가봐.
같이 갈게.
All right, everybody else, I have a lot of information to give you about tomorrow. It's going to be quick, but please, excuse me. Yes, thank you. I have a lot of information to give you about tomorrow. I know you're all disappointed that you haven't been selected for the finals, but tomorrow's a networking forum, so it's another huge, huge thing. So if everybody's listening, yes, everybody's here still. Just a little recap of the schedule tomorrow. Group A starts in Studio 1 at 8:30. That's boys and girls A at 8:30 for the networking forum class. If you are not interested in participating in a networking forum, if you don't want to change schools, or if you already have plans, do not come, because it gets very confusing. So please, if you don't want to change schools, do not participate in the networking forum. So for those who do want to participate, 8:30, Group A in Studio 1. Then after that, Group A goes to the jury meetings. You will each meet with a member of the jury, and that's going to be in the candidate lounge for Group A at 10:15. We will have translators. It's only candidates, no teachers or parents allowed. Only candidates and a translator if needed. Group B, you do the opposite. You start with a jury meeting at 8:45 in the candidate lounge for Group B, and then your networking forum class is at 10:15. So at 10:15 is a networking forum class. If you already have plans and you do not want to change schools, do not come. It makes things very confusing for all our partners, because a lot of them will want to offer something and Tickets for the finals, anybody listening? Okay, very important. Each candidate that did not get selected for the finals gets 1 ticket per person. The candidate must go pick it up at the box office in person. You cannot send your friend, you cannot send your teacher. You go in person tomorrow at the theater box office between 11 and 1 p.m. And again, you have to go in person. The networking forum results will be on this stream tomorrow at 1, or around 1, as close to 1 as we can manage. And for those who have offers, you will come, if you see your number tomorrow on the networking forum results screen, you go to the information desk to see Juliet, and you'll receive an individual sheet with all the people who are interested in talking to you. Those are partners. If at that time you are not interested in seeing certain people, please tell us. Please do tell us. This avoids wasting anybody's time. Then on Sunday at 9 a.m., come to Studio 2 if you have an offer from a partner school or company. Come to Studio 2 with your parents and teachers. We will also have translators. Everybody's welcome. At that point, it's really good to have your parents and teachers with you because you can learn more about what the school or company is offering. And that's about it. We are still here if you need anything or if you have any questions.
And that was Emily Chavez presenting the network forum.
Je voudrais remercier... Non. Je voudrais remercier tout le monde qui m'a soutenue pour ce prix, surtout mes professeurs, mes amis, mes parents, enfin ma mère surtout, ma sœur, mon beau-père. Et aussi la fille qui a fait mes costumes, Evgenia Brandt. Voilà. Merci.
That was candidate 322, Maria Martianova from Finland. We are live backstage at the Théâtre Beaulieu, where they have just announced the finalists for tomorrow and explained how the networking forum will take place. We are now going to pass to an article with Lee Swong Sing, the director of the Queensland Ballet, a former member of our jury here in Lausanne, with one of his dancers who they actually met through the networking forum, and she is actually here back with us at Lausanne to dance tomorrow as part of the Queensland Ballet.
It must be so nice to be back
yes.
at this year's Prix de Lausanne again.
Yes.
We met in 2013. I was on the jury, and you were one of the finalists. And I remember I was very touched by your dancing.
Thank you.
And then after the final, we met at the network forum, and that was very special to meet you. And discussing about my offer to you to come to Queensland Ballet as one of the young artists. So how do you feel coming back to Prix de Lausanne?
I'm just very happy to come back here and got the opportunity to dance on the Beaulieu stage, because I just love this competition, because this competition gives me such a big chance to be professional dancer, and I'm very happy to dance in Queensland Ballet now. So I just want to say thank you to everyone and just enjoy dancing on stage on Saturday.
Yes, it's fantastic for you to come back as a dancer to really perform and to really also taking what you have learned from Prix de Lausanne to further your dancing career, isn't it?
Yes, I feel like every candidate can get present from Prix de Lausanne, which is like a lot of advice can improve us, and it's really treasure for us. This, yes.
Yeah, it is a great learning environment, and I guess you get some wonderful teachers and coaches.
Yes.
But also, it's a great chance to learn from each other.
That's
and
true.
You know, I think also what's wonderful is not only about the prizes or the scholarships. Is really there's so many directors and schools here. I think there are just so many opportunities for the offer to come, whether you are a winner or not winner. For example, you were one of the finalists, but you were definitely the top of my list for me to invite you to come, because there's something, I see something special in your dancing.
I was very happy to got a contract from the competition, because it's a bit difficult to get contract, not like school, it's company. So I could go to company directly after competition. It was very lucky. And I was very happy to do Young Artist program last year, which made me very improving. And it was very good experience for me, and yes.
That's great. We're very happy to have you.
Thank you.
We're backstage at Beaulieu, where we're going to have a chance to do an interview with one of the candidates, 201, Dimitri Zadorojny.
Окей. I say. Всем привет! Я хочу передать привет всем своим друзьям, родственникам. Спасибо за то, что они меня поддерживали на этом конкурсе. Спасибо большое педагогам, которые занимались с нами, говорили наши ошибки. Этот конкурс — это очень большой опыт, и тут очень здорово.
We're live backstage at the Beaulieu. They've announced the results for the finals. We have 20 finalists, 9 women and 11 men this year. And tomorrow's a big day with the finals and the networking forum, and then there's the partner school meeting on Sunday as well. A very important part of the competition as well is tomorrow all of the candidates receive an individual meeting with one of the jury members to provide feedback. As it's really not just about winning or judging a product, this is really a chance to learn and grow. And every candidate, with the help of a translator, if necessary, receives individual feedback tomorrow morning with one of the jury members. We're going to switch from live backstage to an interview with Ben van Kouwenberg, who himself was a prize winner in 1976, and he's going to talk a little bit about how the Prix de Lausanne influenced his career.
We
have images from our archives. Would you like to watch your variations?
Probably everybody you ask this question will say no, but I have no other choice, I guess, no? So let's try and not have a laugh with it. So already the way I come on stage is not very good. As a jury member, I would not like that, but yes. It was a solo from Jean Brabants, my aunt, who was the grounder of the Royal Ballet of Flanders, and it's with it's a story from The Old Man and the Sea from Hemingway, and he's trying to get this fish out of the water. That's the idea, and then the fish is so big that he cannot. I should stretch my feet on. It is how many years ago? 39 years ago. Yes, and at the end, the big fish was tied on his boat and it was eaten by the sharks, so he came home without anything. So it's an elastic band, which is quite a difficult requisite, no? Actually. It's terrible to watch yourself. Do we have to watch this? Turn on releve and then not on flat. I hope they are a bit better this year. Yeah.
So you were coaching yourself while watching yourself?
It's a bit of a disaster actually, but I must say maybe in the time it was possible. I won a gold medal, so it must have a reason.
Do you want to watch your other variation?
Well, when I have to. I don't. It's not my wish, but why not? I'm here. In white tights. That was a real bad thing to turn on my heel. Fifth position. I don't know why they put me in white tights. That's the first thing. But yeah, I'm not very impressed.
And we're live backstage at the Théâtre de Beaulieu, where the results for the finals have been announced. And the candidates have received information about tomorrow's meeting for their feedback with the jury members and the networking forum. And we have two candidates who would like to say a message.
今回残ることができなかったけど、この数日間いろんなことを学んで、たくさんいろんな人と喋ることができて、とっても幸せでした。応援してくれた家族や先生や友達に感謝の気持ちを伝えれるように、これからも頑張っていきたいです。ありがとうございました。
皆さん、残念ながらファイナリストに残ることができませんでした。でも今まで支えてきてくれた友人や家族や先生方や皆さんのおかげで楽しく踊ることができたので、あまり悔いは残ってないです。ありがとうございました。
That was candidate 315, Minami Tanaka, and candidate 116, Miki Shibata, sending a message to their family and friends back home in Japan. For those joining, we're live backstage at the Teatro Bolio. This is the live streaming brought to you by Harlequin Dance Floors, and we're just about to wrap up here for today. The performers from the Queensland Ballet are on stage rehearsing for tomorrow's interlude performance, and the finalists are being briefed on how the day will be organized.
Sziasztok! Köszönöm mindenkinek, aki kitartott mellettem. Sajnos nem sikerült, de nem csüggedünk, mert holnap bejövünk ugyanúgy gyakizni. Nagyon örültem, hogy itt lettem. Köszönöm mindenkinek, anyáiknak, apának, testvéreimnek, mindenki, aki az iskolába támogatott, és köszönöm még egyszer. Nagyon nagy élmény volt. Sziasztok!
And that was candidate 415, Noel Agoston Kovacs, sending a message back to his family and friends at home in Hungary. We are looking at here the list for the 2015 finalists for the 43rd Prix de Lausanne. We have 10 from each group, even split this year with 9 women and 11 men.
I would like to thank everyone so much at Kirov for supporting me, Madame Dallas, and all my friends. And it's been such a great week, and I am so happy I was here. And even though, I didn't make it to the finals, the exposure is just so amazing. Thank you all.
That was the hometown boy, Ugo Chiri, candidate 208 from Lausanne. And on this note, I will be wrapping up our live streaming for this year. Tomorrow, through the website of the Prix de Lausanne, beginning at 3 p.m. Central European Time, you'll be able to see the finals live. They'll be broadcast tomorrow. And I will be leaving you. My name is Jason Beachy, Artistic Advisor, and I hope my commentary has been helpful to get you a feel for what is going on and the ideas and beliefs behind the stage here at the Prix de Lausanne. Thank you very much for your attention, and we hope to see you or enjoy tomorrow watching the finals, and we hope to see you next year. Thanks. Ciao.